only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. This rivalry can fly under the radar from time to time, but trust me, the Gamecocks and Tigers do not like each other.
No, and it doesn't fly under the radar to the people in South Carolina, because there's always a debate of Clemson versus South Carolina and bragging rights fully on the line.
What's fun about this game is that someone gets to play spoiler, and in recent years we've seen Clemson in the national championship picture late in the year.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Working the middle, it's complete. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. And Clemson's talent being far superior, dominated hockey. They got to have an answer this time, Jesse. They were embarrassed a year ago.
South Carolina just has to start faster. You're not going to beat a team like Clemson with all of their athletes if you're sleepwalking out of the tunnel.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Clemson jumps to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. They'll try the run. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give on the inside. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. He's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Graves. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires one high and deep. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Clemson!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Safe completion on the screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Bringing it back, it's Graves. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Quickly out to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clemson jumps to the line. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll leave it with him. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with his back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
South Carolina, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right now.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He's piled up 97 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wall. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Cavazos.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. Work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On the return, it's Graves. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Finds his target down the middle.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Give to the running back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Running it back, it's Graves. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The give to the tailback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to.
Going for it all. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Hurtado. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Graves. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Clemson is quick to the line.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Gets rid of it. Right on target this time. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Quick tempo here for the offense. The magic bean is spinning out of control. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. This time it's complete. Off he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. What a grab and go for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Buys a little time with his feet. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Graves. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 11 to Stanford. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
63, South Carolina.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And he tacked on the extra point. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He thought not bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he missed up.
complete.
Third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Graves. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Clemson jumps to the line. The give to the back. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Unloads to the right. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10.
Well, these DBs better stay ready because even though they're trailing by a lot in this game, the opponent's not trying to run the ball and bleed the clock. They are still taking shots, so you're going to have to continue to try to make plays back there deep.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
And I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, it's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Going to the running game. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the running back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
You think about those guys on the move, man. He's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the foot.
Touchdown, Clemson! And the punishment has been extended. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Tackle is made at the 37. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. From the gun, running back on the move. The Gamecocks have a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground and throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty mark sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, you know, and then the second one, you know, usually he takes me out of the game.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. On the return, it's Graves. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. That running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. A 3rd and long coming up here. Leaves it with the back. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. Going up top on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23. Clemson is quick to the line.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone.
4-2 Spider.
With the run on 1st and goal. And the defense gets him out of bounds at the 3, and they're set up. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive, Dave?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. It's on target and complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story.
And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Right back to the well. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Line getting set on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 35.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play.
Come on, set.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
And he goes out of bounds short of the marker. I don't think he got close.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Collins. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Looking for a block. It's Graves. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They go to the ground. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Now the toss. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Tigers want to move quickly. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Power football with the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what you're...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He wants a big play here late. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion.